controlling hover yet. I don't have. That's the vehicle I have. It's in.
Hey, we're alive.
Sure are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this location where this video game is being played by two people.
It's Banana Boat Kid versus Andy Bundy. And even though Andy Bundy is my teammate, I am perfectly neutral in this matchup. Because, as you might know, I'm Swiss, and Swiss people are always neutral.
That's true, can confirm. I'm American and we're not. So we're going to be jumping into car percent. Looks like we're getting started, and our fantastic restream is going to help with getting everything synced up. Car percent has a really weird route where it kind of starts in the middle of all the courses, does this weird loop around.
Yeah, we hover players have it easy for the tournament at least.
It's so easy. And then it ends with them being able to do the first 3 courses of the Dino Trophy. So that saves them about 7 seconds worth of. So that's the entire purpose of this weird. We're starting in Greenwood Village. So we got a 26-second lap. Looks like they are about 2 seconds away from each other. So it's a really close race. So Andy dodging a lot of traps hanging out on the
the second lap will always have items in exactly that place. You can grab shield if you want to.
Ooh, Andy getting a little caught in that little tiny turn section. I hate that section so much. It gets me caught every time.
Yeah, Greenwood is the track of the tight turns. You have to use some A-B turning.
Alrighty, so Banana Boat Kid is finishing up Greenwood Village.
Banana Boat Kid, the master of Star Wars Racer skips.
Now we're both finished up with Greenwood. Now we're moving to Walrus Cove. This is another really fun course.
It's not an easy one though.
Not at all. And you'll see the runners kind of on that first icy loop, just hiding as far as they can on the right-hand side. That is actually just a little bit faster than being anywhere else.
Little trick, just like in Darkmoon Caverns.
Yes. And recently there was the out of bounds figured out for Darkmoon Caverns. And I'm
that's not very recently.
That's not a recent.
For a while now.
Oh, okay. Well then, never. But I'm waiting for someone to find if they can put that code.
You can, in fact, skip the loop in Walrus Cove, but the problem is that that also skips a trigger, so it's useless.
Well, that's unfortunate. All right, back on the match though. We're having a few unfortunate bongs, but that's just nature of Walrus Cove. It's a really tricky course.
And you saw there PBK getting a bit stuck in that slope.
Ooh,
One of
nasty.
the many things that can happen on this track.
Sure. So we're now a little under a lap difference between the two racers, so it's still very close. A lot can still happen over the course of this car percent. We became moving into Everfrost Peaks, which is probably one of the more difficult car courses, but also one of the visual satisfying.
On anyone, they had a rough ending on the Walrus Cove with the ice.
And BBK getting stuck trying to launch himself into that cave. It's a really tricky angle to find, but it's so satisfying to get it and then slam into that cave. Ooh.
It looks like they're close, but it's a lap between them.
And you guys can see on Andy Bundy's screen just how important it is to be able to use your boost at the right time. Out of that cave, it's chugging up that take board.
Yeah, I was picked. That's one of my favorite tracks, and how they designed it for the different vehicles.
I agree. Because it works so nicely for all the different vehicles. Yeah, just a little bit over a lap behind. But still plenty of time to be able to make up this difference. So now BBK is moving into Space Dust Alley. This is another really nasty car course with all of these bumps. Very difficult to keep control of the car.
If this was time trial, you would want to stay on top of the bridge.
Yeah, getting that boost balloon definitely helps. And it also gives them those 3 extra bananas. Gives them a little bit over 7% increased.
Yeah, Space Dust, when you do it in plane, which is the default vehicle, that's what you do to start an ATR run, just because of how reset heavy that track is.
It's such a nightmare. There are so many things that you can collect on in this course, and honestly, I feel like they did collision very well in this course, and they designed it. Because I can have a plane in almost the middle of the doorway and still bump something.
Well, I don't know. The worst thing for me is collecting a key in adventure mode. Like, they have some weird hit detection.
It's so true. Ooh, I'm stuck on that there. Very common place to get stuck. These doorways. Rough. Ooh, drifting in the incorrect direction, probably because of the time. So, interesting thing with car that I tend to struggle is if your car is airborne, when it lands, it tries to oftentimes reset the direction that you're drifting in based on whether or not you're holding the R button and the direction of your analog stick. So if you're trying to drift out while airborne, when you land, there's a possibility that your car can change direction. That's what happens.
Okay, now that BBK is in the Arc Moon, he really should go for loop skips. I mean, if someone can nail those Star Wars Racer skips, then they should be able to do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a piece of cake. I mean, it's a free trick, right? There's no difficult skill involved in it. Just
if you fail it, you get warped back to the start of the lap. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, people do out of bounds in windmill planes, and that can't be first. Maybe one day. Darkmoon Caverns is another really fun car course, and it's one that you have to be really aware of your angle. So in all the vehicles, car included, when you're in the air, you can actually influence the direction you fly by being able to slightly angle the car. So you can hold forward to put yourself down faster, hold up or hold down, kind of lean the car back, and that holds it in the air a little bit longer. So as an example of that, at the very beginning of the lap, these racers will actually get that green boost and then hold forward. The analog stick is going to drive them right to the ground so they can get that boost without bonking their head. We're about to see Andy do it again right now. Never mind.
Airtime is actually good in this game. You have a lot of speed in the air, but you don't want all that momentum to just go upwards.
True.
In hover, that can happen.
Yeah, in hover, you tend to see it a lot in Everfrost. You get out of that cave, it just skyrockets you. It's like you're trying to find that wrong warp in Space Dust Alley. So now BBK is in Star City, which is one of my favorite aesthetic courses. I think it just looks beautiful, and the tight turns through the city, it just looks...
And you have to go through 90-degree turns. And land on a zipper. Even though you do a little jump over a ledge.
BBK getting hit by an oil slick. They're getting the duct tape tool. That's unfortunate. Another one. Oh god.
Yeah, that's a classic Star City.
Yep, that sounds right. He did have his the residual boost though, so he was able to get through it. Andy finishing up Darkman Cameron is now going to be moving into Star City, about 2.5 laps behind. So that gap is starting to widen. There's still enough time for Andy to be able to come. It all depends on how the course is.
In car, it's hard to lose that much time, like in comparison to plane. Plane is extremely punishing.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you breathe too hard next to a wall, you're losing 7 guaranteed.
And one of the tracks where you can lose the most time with car is Star City, and BBK just got through that. Not completely clean, but he didn't do the big mistake.
Andy looking like he's in a little bit of trouble with his drifts. Gets it other, but BBK though getting through that bend, nice and easy, making flawless.
Yeah, that vent section, it really defines the lap. You don't have to do it if you go for the shortcut.
Yeah. No shortcuts today. It is actually slower to do the shortcut in car in balloon race, but we still hope for it. Maybe just for the swag.
In time trial, you don't have the balloons, so it's actually faster. Oh, and
getting 2 for 2 on. Oh,
I didn't want to actually mention it. That I was just hinting at it. That there's a big time loss that can happen in Star City.
And it hurts.
It's the worst in plane.
Oh yeah. Especially with the turning angle of TT in plane. If you hit on one side of the Epcot ball, you're going to be able to turn sharp enough to get back. You're going to end up on the other side. You kind of wiggle yourself in. So definitely a rough Star City, and a 144 for Andy. But now he's going to move into Spaceport Alpha. So we get to see if Andy's going to go for the 2 balloon strat, or if in that laser section, if he drifts over to the side and goes for that 3 balloon. It's a much trickier strat, but you get a ton of speed. Alright, BBK finishing Spaceport Alpha. Haunted Woods is a really nice course. It's a really short and sweet course. Not very much so just like in and out. Ooh, 3 balloons. Look at that.
He tried.
He did. It was a little rough, but he got 3 balloons, so it's a 3 balloon strat.
Get points for trying.
Yeah. Sadly, on the leaderboard, there is not any effort percent category, but if there was, he would.
Yeah, don't use that zipper on the right side in Haunted Woods. But you do in hover.
You sure do. Yeah,
There are
in
many
car, it's
people
definitely just a...
skip the one on the left that car always takes. Not me though.
.48 seconds, finishing Haunted Woods for BBK.
Excellent time.
Very good.
Haunted Woods is another one of those tracks where the AI can be annoying.
Ooh, nice clean vent from Andy. Didn't even bonk on it. Trying to protect that paint. Still got a few paint left on them.
That's a triple boost.
He's just holding it. That was a...
Interesting strat.
Yeah.
So, windmill planes with car. Just try to stay out of that water.
Windmill Plains is a very long course, so it's definitely one of those endurance. But BBK's doing a really solid job.
Yeah, that jump there is so scary, but it's so satisfying to hit.
Yeah, it's like a more powerful version of the Jungle Falls jump.
Okay, what are you doing, BBK? Laying a mine right in your way.
We'll see if that comes back to bite him up. Andy getting that right side boost. It's like he kind of got stuck on it, so we use that boost to keep going. Oh, getting stuck in the wall right at the
Yeah,
end.
got a little car wash.
Whoop. Drift in the wrong direction, ended up in the water. Meanwhile, Andy Bundy's going through that third lap. So he's going to finish a round of 58, 59.
Oh, Timber
60.
blocking him.
Yeah, had a pretty rough end there, getting stuck on the NPCs, but he finished for the 1 minute.
Timber is never in my way.
I don't think I've ever had Timber in my way. He has shot before. For me, it's usually Banjo that actually gets me, and particularly when Brandino's in my chat. That's
is
when
the worst.
Banjo gets powerful. He vicious. Snowball Valley is a really fun course. Another really short and quick one. Hover percent is really interesting in this course because they can sometimes use those snowballs because they act a little
Oh yeah,
weird
it's
with
amazing with hover this track.
Yeah, because it can like launch your hovercraft. Now the situation that I've had before is I launch really well, just like BBK just did, and I got knocked back by the second snowball, knocked into the first snowball, which knocked me back, and then the first snowball over, and it hurt me emotionally.
Oh, the combo. No, stay out of the water.
Looks like Andy did the exact same thing that BBK did on their second lap. So now we're moving into Peagsville. This is a default plain track, and there is a shortcut, but it's definitely not by any means faster for car to do it.
Because you have to
there's
go water.
Yeah. So it's good for the shortcut for the fastest lap world record attempts. Balloon race just...
Dracius, can you do a Timber impression?
I don't remember Timber's voice. Oh wait, no, it's just like the little like meow, right? That's
Timber.
Oh, the voice. Timber.
Rah.
Rah. There it is. There you go.
I'm
Favorite voice
Banjo.
ever.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Timber. Roar.
It doesn't actually say that. It never says my name's Tim.
Yeah, that's the part of that was inaccurate. Voice was actually pretty on point. We can all agree. Everyone agrees. No one disagrees. If they disagree, Brandino, ban.
I should ask
so any-
Giz to do with the some of the voices. He's really good at it. And yeah, now it's time for Treasure Caves.
Treasure Caves is definitely one of my favorites. It's just basically just a big old circle.
Massively inconsistent track. If you want to go for the good balloon strats.
Get a nice clean 15-second lap for his first lap. And voicing an older, more distinguished him. Of course. It's after he grows up and takes over the island from his parents. He's go to, retire over in Honolulu.
That's where the sequel comes into play, And then something happens and maybe Wispy comes back or who knows, and then he has to go back.
Yeah,
He has to beat him the only way he knows. By holding a racing competition.
No, this is a grown up and more like experienced Timber. Like at this point, like it basically just becomes like a Metal Gear Solid game. He's not Wispig's not coming back.
I mean, there was a cliffhanger at the end of this game.
That's true.
Okay, can I mention how amazing Crescent Island is as a track?
Oh, it's such a
so good.
Like this
and
is
it
where
would
I
have deserved the plain version.
I know. Biggest. BBK though getting that that nice turn at the end of the first lap. One of the, in my opinion, the most difficult turns in the game is trying to cut that little thin thing. We're gonna see if BBK is gonna be able to get it.
Oh,
off
that
too.
rock, that rock and DKR players are, that's a love story. I want to call it the Lover's Rock.
I like that. I think we can patent that.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of a rougher time second lap with it.
Yeah,
It
and,
was oh my
and
goodness.
lap 3, the AI is so annoying.
Absolutely. Taking care of Diddy. Oh my gosh, look at that double kill. Taking no prisoners and getting a solid first place. Andy's now moving into Treasure Caves.
Oh, that's a really nice banana start for Andy.
Yeah, it's very clean. We're actually coming up pretty soon to the end of this because right now BBK just started the Dino Domain, which are the last 3 courses.
Yeah, it's just back-to-back to eliminate menuing.
And this is just about the only vehicle you can really do that in. Plane doesn't have enough like default courses to make it worth it. Hovercraft does have
the fastest route ends on Sherbet Trophy.
Yeah, because the hovercraft does have like Boulder Canyon and Pirate Bay right next to each other, but that's not really enough, say, to really warrant
Nice
an entire...
49 from Andy on Treasure Caves.
Yeah, that's a really nice time. Now he's moving to Crescent Island, so we'll see how he does on those turns. Meanwhile, BBK's flying into Fossil Canyon. We'll see if he goes for Canyonless here. He gets it.
I advocate
floppy,
for Hover Canyonless.
All right, Andy Bunny going for the turn, nails it, easy mode.
Oh, that could have been so much worse from BBK. If she landed on the other side of that log.
Oh, that's a nasty bubble. That launched from way
bubble.
off of nowhere. Also, BBK just mashing that horn, just really getting his money out of that horn. Another snipe. BBK is brutal. Somebody forgot to tell him this is not, in fact, a death.
It's not Halo. That's another thing he does. He runs Halo games.
Oh. I think we can start a petition to get T as a playable character in Halo. Alright, BBK in the final course, Jungle Falls, really clean boost. See if he goes for the jump. Nice. Look at that. Oh no! Oh, it would have been such a flawless first lap. 1570, still pretty alright with that one bomb.
Yeah, it gets stuck in that fossil, but it's not called Fossil Canyon, even though, you know. Problem is, if you were to call the other one Jungle Falls, I always bring that up. It wouldn't quite work because it only has one fall on Fossil Canyon, and here
Yeah,
it has
then it'd just be Jungle Fall. And it's also not a jump. That's the point that I always bring up with that.
22:57.
Alright, that's a really good final time. And now Andy's going into
what
the
is his
final
PB?
lap. I don't know.
His tournament PB. No,
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's in the... Alright, yeah, big GG for BBK. Andy's finishing up. He's just starting up rather.
That's not his fastest.
I'm having trouble loading it, so I can't actually trust to pull it. And still schmoving through Fossil Canyon here. A nice clean launch to the cave, but does bonk on that wall. Setting up those angles is a lot trickier than it looks. Okay, he's got the boosts. Going for the... Fossil Canyon is a notorious green balloon course. There have been times where, like in playing, I'll be going through this and I get to that canyon area, and there was one time specifically there were 5 clouds, 2 bubbles, and a pride. I then proceeded to hit almost all of them.
He attempts canyon less, makes him better than me.
He got it pretty alright on that second lap. First one he got a little stuck in the wall, so now he's moving into the final course himself, Jungle Falls. We'll see how he does. We believe in you.
His PB for the category seems to be a 26 or 7.
Oh, okay, so we could actually be looking at a PB right now, depending on how this Jungle Falls goes. Pretty clean first lap, 1678. Okay, he's schmoving. He's schmoving. A little bit of a bonk, but that's okay. Keep going. Get those bananas. Perfect. Need the extra potassium in your diet. This is it. This is going to be a PB. This is it. Go, Andy, go. Go, Andy, go. Oh, no. He bonked a CPU. How could they?
CPUs, don't steal this.
Don't ruin this. No. All right, it's fine. We still got it. 26 even.
Fair
Look at
unlimited,
that.
but
Well,
still a
isn't there-
PB.
Yeah, still a PB by 9 seconds. That's awesome.
CPUs denying him the 25.
Yeah. That was rough right at the end. But really awesome race from both people. Really top tier stuff. Okay, and now I think we're going to be moving people in for some commentary. Questions people feel.
Hey, Andy.
Andy, the other Andy. How's it going? Congrats on the race.
Thank you. That was like I started off so badly, like menuing errors and junk at the very, 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 very beginning, but then like around Snowball Valley, just like something clicked. I don't know what it was, but I got a PB for this, so I'm like at 26 even now.
Yeah, definitely. That's a 9-second PB. Very nice job.
Yo, BBK.
Yo,
Hey, welcome.
that was the run. That was a run.
It was a run.
That was rough.
It's still sub 23.
Yeah, that's the bare minimum for me, I guess, in a marathon.
This category can be so brutal. It's not consistent.
Sure. Yeah, so definitely like really good run from both of you guys. So so BBK, tell us a little bit about your run. What were some high points for you in this run?
Well, I had a gold split on something. Haunted Woods.
Yeah, Haunted Woods.
That
I wanted
was
to say that. 48.
that was about my only okay track, to be honest.
Yeah, I
everything
was play nice.
Was really clean.
I was
Sure.
hitting a ton of oil slicks and mines and just missing boosts, and man, it was rough.
Yeah, you were
getting some
definitely
water in Windmill Plains.
Oh yeah, I hit the water like twice, and in
Well, I don't know
Jungle
how else
Falls
you're
as
supposed
well.
to get that oil slick on the car.
And yeah, in
Everything the NPCs
Fossil
tell
Canyon, you got unlucky and lucky at the same time because that failed Canyonless could have been way worse.
Oh yeah, someone laid down a bubble right in front of me. There's nothing I can do,
Yeah.
and the rest of it was just ruined after that.
Like at Canyonless, you kind of misaimed, but you landed on the right side of the log there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I will say that everything that the CPUs did to you, you definitely dealt back, and you were sniping all over the place like you were still playing it.
Is this Halo?
yeah. I'm a pretty good single rocket shooter.
Yeah, the CPU's denied Andy his 25.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's okay. As I said, the second half, like something clicked. I don't know what it was. Like between Frosty Village, like between Snowball Valley and Frosty Village, just something clicked. And hopefully that transfers over to my next match because right after this, facing Giz. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You had a nice treasure caves, by the way.
Yes, I did. I was
remember that.
trying not to think too hard about it and just kind of do. Which
A little bit of that speedrunner's
Yeah.
autopilot.
exactly. Yeah, as I said, just the first part, like after Greenwood Village, my brain wasn't working, and just getting to Walrus Cove was, and then I hit retry instead of, yeah. So
Mm.
So
Oh yeah.
we'll get there.
after this,
I finally actually didn't have any missed menus in this run. That was pretty
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
do you guys have any more races after this?
I have one more on Well, obviously the one with Giz after, and then there's one more on Saturday. I think am I going against Kavess? Is that right? Somewhat like that.
Yeah, I also have a match on Sunday with Chlorel.
Oh, Coral.
Oh, Chlorel, yeah.
I don't know if
I
it's
was about
Coral
to
or
suggest
Coral. I just know that
BBK.
he's on my team.
If you don't have any matches left for now, you could try to prevent Ace from getting 50 out of 50 in Star Wars race.
I'm not capable of any full track records on that team, though. Oh, well, I guess I can do the skips.
We need everyone.
We'll see.
All right.
So I think we're good to go. Any last words?
GG, Andy, for your PV,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Big GG.
Yeah, GG's looking forward to
GG.
the next couple races. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Get that 25, Andy. You
I got it.
Easy.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
So yeah.
We'll see. I'll go
Thanks
get ready for the next one.
Thanks, guys.